Hello, good afternoon all guys. Sana ay everyone is all alright po. So ganito po ngayon, tuloy po tayo sa batikod sa regarding po pagtalakay sa impeachment po kay BP Sara po. So sa ngayon, pakinggan po nato yung dating BIR po regarding po itong gustong buksan yung tax na kay BP Sara. So kailangan po ito yung sinasabing mabuksan nila itong box na income tax po sa ating BP, kailangan po mayroong authorized ka din po sa ating executive officer po. So, pakinggan po natin atong balita po. Before that, don't forget to like, to share po, o subscribe po sa aking YouTube channel para pag mayroong kong bagong balita, of course, siyempre automatic po yung mabigyan kayo notice po galing po sa YouTube po. Automatic po yan. So, ngayon pakinggan natin. Ito maganda ito dahil po marami tayong malaman tungkol po sa balita po nito. Galing po sa, yun nga, sa pagbubukas ng kailangan sa tax po ating BP. Pakinggan natin.
President Marcos will authorize the release of Vice President Sara Duterte's tax records. The palace earlier said the president will study the matter, but so far, no request has reached his office.
I hope that the president will do that so that we could settle everything. But of course, we're not in contact with the executive. We've made our sentiments known to the executive. We've stated in several interviews at least that that would be the easiest route. But in any case, like in the discourse yesterday, in the statements made by Attorney Chel Diokno yesterday, in appealing to the Senate impeachment court, he said that in Renato Corona's case, well, there were deliberations already, and in fact, our senator judges who are currently senator judges now, Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, said that initial deposits are in fact important and should be included as opening documents for the impeachment case. So I hope that they will recall their actions in the former impeachment case.
Meanwhile, Zamora gave her assessment of the prosecution's performance during the first 2 weeks of Duterte's impeachment trial.
We believe that it's been very good 2 weeks for the prosecution. We were able to establish what we want to establish for grave threats. As regards, the BIR box and other minor issues, we were also able to establish or present our case powerfully before the Senate impeachment court. And again, going back to our witnesses, si Attorney Lotok and Agent Kalilong, they had beautiful testimonies.
Joining us on the program, the spokesperson of the Senate Impeachment Court, Attorney Reginald Dongol. Attorney Reggie, good afternoon to you. Thanks for joining us today. Welcome to the program.
Good afternoon, Carmina, and to all your televiewers.
All right, people, me included, we were waiting with bated breaths yesterday. We wanted to see how the senators will be discussing this on the floor after that caucus, but none of that happened yesterday. Can you take us through what the senators discussed? What were the pertinent details that they discussed during the caucus that led them to believe that, okay, we need some time and this will have to happen come Monday, not yesterday?
First, they factored in, Carmina, the fact that the evidence that is being sought to be produced by the House Prosecution Panel is not yet needed urgently. These documents pertain to Article 2, which is scheduled to be presented last by the House Prosecution Panel. Second is the length of the memorandum that they filed. The party for the prosecution filed around 32 pages, and then the party for the defense filed around 30 pages. So it entails several laws as well.
Ayan po ay lang problema sa ngayon dahil gusto nga buksan ang regarding po sa income tax po sa ating BP. So, by the way, regarding po, tungkol po ito sa what we call the unprogrammed budget po. Kung sino ba yung nakakaalam nito, kung hindi pa nakakaalam, ulitin ko po regarding po sa unprogrammed budget sa starting from 2024 up to 2026 po. Tapos na po tinalakayan ang program budget sa Supreme Court. So, bale, ang nangyari po, naparaking insertion po sa mga budget sa from 2024 up to 2026 na naging instead mayroon siyang in-insert na 449 billion po. So, ang sabi ng korte, kailangan silang mag-submit po ng dokumento paano ginawa nila ito. So, binigyan sila ng 20 days para mag-submit ng document para mapapatunayan kung paano ginawa. Pati sa Senado po, binigyan sila ng 20 days sa Supreme Court para magbigay sila ng dokumento paano ginawa ang insertion ng 449 billion po. Ganun po kalaki. Kung natatandaan natin, yung nagkagulo po sa regarding insertion na na-discover po ni Congressman Ungab from Davao 3rd District, ang insertion of 241 billion po. So sila po nag-bulgar niyan. So that was in 2024, na-discover po ni Congressman Ungab from Davao 3rd District ang 241 billion po. So, at that time, sinabi natin Presidente Bongbong Marcos na at speak news po. So, yan po ang nasabi na galing sa Malacanang. Kung napatunayan, mayroon talang insertion na discover na Pempilaction, 100 ang nakita, pero hanggang ngayon wala pa rin nakukulong dahil nga ang nakulong ay sila pa yung mga sino nagbolga, katulad ng San Jinggoy, si Macoleta, o si Depensor, sila po yung nagbolga paano na ginawa ang mga budget. So, ganyan po ang pagtalakay sa budget ng insertion sa 2024 up to 2026. Kaya ulitin ko, binigyan sila ng 20 days ng Supreme Court pagpaliwanag sa unprogram. Bakit yung program budget ay nilipat po sa unprogram po. Ganyan po kalaki. Nilagyan nila ng budget instead of 281 billion po. Sa 3 taon, ginawa nilang maroon siya in-insert na 449 billion po ilang nagawang insertions in 3 years po. Ganyan po. So, I hope nagustuhan ninyo itong balita nito regarding po sa Breaking Balita Pilipinas. Sana don't forget to like, share po o subscribe po sa aking YouTube channel para automatic mayroon kayo notice pag nalaman ng YouTube na bago akong nagawa. Thank you mga kaluds and God bless. Ingat po. Bye-bye.